You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Pet Life Radio.
You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
The cosmos, the vast unknown, reaching far into the universe, filled with galaxies and mysteries, holds the mystical key to your pet's personality and future. Welcome to Lucky's Stars, your weekly journey into the magical world of pet astrology. Sirius the dog star, Pisces the fish, Taurus the bull. See what predictions the stars foresee. Is your pet going to have a rough week or sitting in the catbird seat? Find out now with your host, international pet astrologer, Lucky.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Lucky Stars. I'm your host, Lucky. I know it's been a while since I recorded Lucky Stars for you, but let me tell you, I've been snowed in. Man, you never seen so much snow. And the weather's been so cold, I just about froze my tail off. A good thing I got a permanent fur coat. Well, anyway, I'd like to wish you all a happy holiday. And I hope you've been thinking about some really cool presents you can send my way. A nice new dog bed with a down comforter, pillow top mattress would be on the top of my list, just in case any of you are feeling generous. Okay, well, enough chit-chat. I'm gonna go warm up my hot chocolate while we listen to a few messages. Then I'll be right back with this week's Lucky Stars.
We've barely scratched the surface. Lucky Stars will transport back into the metaphysical right after these earthly words from our sponsors. Right, Lucky?
There's nothing like a shaggy dog, baby. They're shagadelic. And this is the place to find out how to have harmony in the household with your pets. Oh, yeah. So stop by our pad every week and get switched on, baby. Switched on to the show that's all about attitude. Oh, behave. With your groovy host, pet edutainer Arden Moore. Yeah, baby, yeah. Every week on demand on PetLifeRadio.com.
Pets are part of the family, and when traveling with your dog, there's only one magazine to include when packing your doggie's duffel bag, and that's Fido Friendly, the travel and lifestyle magazine for you and your dog. Each bi-monthly issue includes hotel, city, and state reviews, and doggy destinations to explore with your furry companion. Fido Friendly magazine can be found at Borders, Barnes & Noble, PetSmart, Pet Boutiques, and Fido Friendly hotels nationwide. Or you can go online to subscribe at www.fidofriendly.com. So get traveling with your pet today and leave no dog behind. And remember, Fido Friendly's the only magazine dedicated to the travel lifestyle of man's best friend, and the one magazine your dog will thank you for.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com. The moon is in the 7th house, and actually, so are Lucky's treats. So now with more pet horoscopes and some heavenly snacks, here's Lucky.
Hi, y'all, and welcome back to Lucky Stars. I'm your host, Lucky, and here are the pet horoscopes for this week. First up is Aries, for those of you born March 21st to April 19th. Being stuck on a leash is a real drag. Now, I know you wanted to visit some of the houses on your street, leave them a little holiday present on their lawn, but you're gonna have to wait until your owners aren't looking. That poodle down the street has been looking really cute in her holiday collar, and now would be a good time to stop by with a branch of mistletoe. If your owners are having a holiday party, that would be the best time to make your escape. Wait till the guests are all piling through the door, and you sneak quickly and quietly out. Now, don't forget your mistletoe, and if you remember, a little treat would be a nice touch, too. I'm sure I don't have to remind you that chocolate is out of the question, so try to grab one of those little hot dogs in the blanket. It's the perfect holiday icebreaker. Now, moving right along, the next one is Taurus. That's April 20th to May 20th. Here's a little tip for this week. Instead of tugging on the leash like they're serving ribeye down the street, how about just walking along without tugging? Your owner will like that and be much more agreeable to taking you to the dog park. Now, if you're listening and you're a cat, that might not be such a good idea for you. So in your case, you should try to refrain from scratching anything in the house this week. Your owner will definitely appreciate that and might even buy you a new toy or give you a sip of eggnog. All in all, the word for this week is restraint. Just try to take it easy, and in the end, you'll all get what you want. The next zodiac sign is Gemini, for those born May 21st to June 21st. Things may not make too much sense to you at the moment. There's a lot of activity going on in your house, new smells and sounds. Hey, what's with those candles and the cinnamon scent? You'll notice a lot of bags and boxes coming through the front door all month long. Be good this week, because chances are some of them are for you. There's bound to be some baking going on in the kitchen, so that will be a good place to hang around. Someone's bound to drop something on the floor, or if they're in a holiday mood, they might even give you a cookie. Just try not to be underfoot. Nobody likes to trip over their dog or cat while they're walking with a full plate of cookies or a bowl of batter. All right, now comes Cancer, June 22nd to July 22nd. All right, take things into your own hands. Paws. Yeah, I know you're feeling really comfortable all curled up in the patch of sunlight in the living room, but daydreaming about running and actually doing it are two different things. Now, depending on where you live, of course, if the weather is warm this time of year, get your tail off the floor and try to get your owner to let you outside. The fresh air is good for you, and a little exercise never hurt anyone. Now, if you're like me, and this time of year it's freezing cold, well, then you got two choices. You can either go outside and romp through the snow. It is refreshing, but it's definitely cold out there. Your other choice is to just stay lying on your warm patch of sunlight in the living room and keep dreaming about the spring. Maybe you can talk your owners into putting on a good holiday DVD, and you can curl up by the TV and watch. Next up is Leo, for those of you born July 23rd to August 22nd. Now, with friends and family coming in and out of the house for the holidays, you're going to have to use your instincts and good judgment about how to treat them. Do you bark ferociously at them or beg for a belly rub? Well, I guess that all depends. Did they come in the house with a treat for you? These people you can trust right away. They've shown themselves to be thoughtful. You can probably trust them to give you that belly rub. The others may just ignore you and walk past you into the house. You'll have to decide if you want to get their attention. Use your judgment, you're usually on the money. If you see a guest that's drinking a little too much and you think they might throw up on the floor where you usually take your nap, you might want to growl and snarl at them until they decide to leave. That's right. Let them vomit in a cab somewhere. If anyone's going to throw up on the carpet, it's going to be you, not a holiday guest. Well, guess what? We're halfway done, and you know what that means. Time for me to put on my little reindeer antlers and make an appearance at the company holiday party. While I'm cleaning off a plate of hors d'oeuvres, you get to listen to these interesting messages.
We've barely scratched the surface. Lucky Stars will transport back into the metaphysical right after these earthly words from our sponsors. Right, Lucky?
School's in session on Pet Life Radio with Teacher's Pet. Learn how to communicate with your pet, train your pet, and see the world from your pet's point of view. You may even learn a few tricks yourself. Teacher's Pet with pet expert and author Sarah Wilson. Only on PetLifeRadio.com.
Greetings, human. What planet am I on?
Welcome to Pet Planet. Here's a copy of Pet Planet Magazine, Florida's most informative and fun pet resource magazine. It features heartwarming stories and informative articles from local and national pet experts.
Excellent.
Pet Planet Magazine offers Operation Planet Rescue, helping rescued pets find new homes. And it's available at 500 locations in South and Central Florida and 24/7 on the internet at PetPlanetMagazine.com. If you're out and about with your pet, you may be featured in paparazzi, candid pictures of you and your pet. For up-to-date pet-friendly events, activities, and pet-related services and products, Pet Planet Magazine is your final destination.
I shall take this magazine home with me.
Back to your home planet?
No, to my condo in Boca.
Pet Planet Magazine. Check them out at www.petplanetmagazine.com or 352-394-8578. It's out of this world.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com. The moon is in the 7th house, and actually, so are Lucky's treats. So now, with more pet horoscopes and some heavenly snacks, here's Lucky.
Welcome back to Lucky Stars, where each week I run down the upcoming pet horoscopes for the week. I'm your host, Lucky. And now, back to this week's predictions. Virgo, that's August 23rd to September 22nd. Your owner has definitely been a couch potato this month, parked in front of the TV with remote in hand. They have not been giving you enough attention. You could try jumping up on the chair or couch and snuggling up next to them while they're watching Deal or No Deal or Grey's Anatomy and try to look interested. Hopefully that'll work and they'll rub your head as they watch. If by chance they're oblivious, and you know people, they just can't read the signs, you may have to be a little less subtle. First, I would wait for a commercial and try a little whining or soft barking or meowing. If they're still not getting the hint, you may have to go for broke. Wait for just the right moment. That would be the best part of the show. Just when you find out what amount is in the suitcase, or who the killer is, or who's sleeping with who, bark or meow as loud as you can. A little jumping around wouldn't hurt either. I guarantee you'll get noticed. Next up is Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. Your job this week, and for that matter, this entire month, is to help keep harmony in your household. Even though 'tis the season to be jolly, tempers are bound to flare up when the topic of family visits comes up. Before things get out of hand for your owners, it will be up to you to step in. If you're a dog, grab your leash and jump right in. Let them know you want to go out for a walk. The walk is actually for them. It will give them a chance to cool off, but they don't have to know that. They think they're doing you a favor, but actually, it's the other way around. Now, if you're a cat, you'll have to take a different approach. In the middle of the argument, you show up with a dead mouse and drop it at their feet. I guarantee the topic of conversation will change on the spot. I bet they'll even forget what they were arguing about. Okay, moving along. Next is Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. Stay alert this week. There are things going on that you just can't put your paw on. I know you think it could be a visit to the vet, but in fact, it could just be a ride to the pet food store. After all, it is the holiday season, and that means shopping, shopping, shopping. If it's a new flat-screen high-def TV you want your owners to get you, then you're going to have to make them get rid of the old one. See if you can knock a lamp into the old one. Or try to get your owner to toss you a hard toy while you're standing right in front of the old screen. It will be up to you to conveniently miss the catch. Next is Sagittarius. That's for those of you born November 22nd to December 21st. You and your owners are at opposite ends of the spectrum this week. They can't get themselves going in the morning without a strong cup of coffee, and yet you're bouncing off the walls. Must be the cool winter air. By nighttime, you're ready to cuddle up by the couch and catch some Z's, but your owner is in overdrive. You may have to keep them entertained to tire them out, so try to reserve a little energy during the day. Capricorn is next, folks. That's December 22nd to January 19th. Okay, what's with all this music? Seems like everyone likes something different. The kids are hip-hopping around or rocking out. The parents are stuck in the 80s and don't even get me going with Grandma and Grandpa. I sure hope iPods are on everybody's list this year. All this music seems to make them happy, but it's driving me nuts. Whatever happened to Jingle Bells sung by the barking dogs? Bring that one on. Well, I suppose if you want them to turn off the music, you could try howling along. Although your voice sounds better than most of theirs. Maybe you can talk one of your owners into taking you down to the karaoke bar. I wonder if American Idol has a pet version. For those of you born under the sign of Aquarius, January 20th to February 18th, this one's for you. It must be the holiday spirit that's finally getting to you. The line between reality and fantasy seems to be blurring a bit this month. Guess it must be all that talk about reindeer and elves. You never know what to expect. Well, the stars say to just kind of go with the flow. When the going gets tough, just take a nap. Anyway, you'll believe anything this month as long as there are presents and treats in it for you. Just join in all the partying and make sure they don't forget that you deserve fun, food, and presents too. Well, here we are at the last sign of the zodiac. And that's Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. The stars say to be friendly this week and the entire month. Instead of barking or hissing at the other pets on the block, try making friends. I know it's a stretch, but you should spread some of that holiday cheer around, and I don't mean on the sidewalk. Also, if you see your owners cleaning up the house and putting out the good dishes, that can only mean one thing: company. And remember what that means for you: a trip to the groomer. You may want to find a good hiding spot in the house if you don't want that bath. Your owners are going to want you to look your best for their holiday parties, so try to keep yourself clean and maybe you'll be able to skip the suds. Okay, that brings us to the end of this week's Lucky Stars. I'm your host, Lucky, and I'll be back again next week with some more advice and predictions for the coming week. If any of you out there have any comments or questions, or just want to say happy holidays to the old Luckster, you can email me at lucky@petliferadio.com. That's lucky@petliferadio.com, and I'll either answer your question by email or on one of my future shows. If you'd like more information or transcripts of this show or any other show on the Pet Life Radio Network, just go to petliferadio.com and click on the show of your choice. So until next time, this is me, Lucky, saying keep looking up at the stars, but watch where you're walking, cause you may step in something. I'm Lucky, happy holidays, and I'm out.
Will your dog have a bone to pick with you tomorrow? Is your cat planning a hissy fit? Follow the Dog Star to Pet Life Radio for Lucky Stars, our weekly pet horoscopes. Whether your retriever's a believer or your Pekingese disagrees, this is the place to find out what the stars hold for your favorite furry friend. So pull up a crystal ball every week with your host, international pet astrologer and earth, fire, water, and air Dale, Lucky. Only on PetLifeRadio.com.